You know what I mean? It's like when Kenny starts to say, Craig does weird shit to me at the end of the podcast.
Yeah, you know what?
As I walk out the door.
Can you cut the feed, Kenny? That'd be cool. let's calm down, all right?
You know, I mean, it's. You know,
Kenny consented to almost everything I did to him.
Yeah,
almost.
Yeah, they're calling him.
Okay, can I ask you probably the most racist question ever?
Sure.
Do you know how to get on Black Twitter?
No, I have no idea, dude. No idea.
Dude.
I tried to look into it, and I just ended up watching a bunch of black porn. I went from trying to find black Twitter. I just ended up watching a bunch of black girls with big asses.
Dude,
you know
what the fuck is Black Twitter? Like weird shit. Like he has a record label called Could Have Been Records, right?
Okay.
He is doing this reality show right now on fucking YouTube called Could Have Been House, and it is the most wild shit I've ever seen in my life, dude.
Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast. Your host, Craig Casamas and Big J Curran.
Jerk.
Hey, welcome to the Get Heavy Podcast, y'all.
What's up, guys?
April 1st, just heading out of Easter, heading into April 1st, and then continuing on with this year that's going by way too fast.
Yeah. So my wife loves pranks and shit for April Fools, right? So I'm in the fucking shower this morning, dude, and she blows in with one of those fucking confetti cannons and just fucking. I'm like, I'm fucked. I'm in the shower. I can't do anything, dude.
Yeah.
I have shit just stuck to my whole entire body. I look like a fucking drag queen on holiday, dude.
Yeah.
Like I come out, so what I did to her, it's like got it all off the best I could, right? And then I grabbed a huge wad of it and I stuffed it in my butt cheeks. And I made her come in. And I was like, hey, did I get it all off? And I just fucking spread it open. And she's like, oh, God.
Oh, Jesus, gravity.
Welcome to the podcast, guys.
Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast, April 1st.
Yeah.
Happy.
Hello.
You know what I did
Let's start this off with confetti asshole.
Confetti assholes, dude. I did have a plan, and I wanted to pull this off. A gender reveal. Yeah, I wanted to do this to you guys today, and I totally backed out of it because I was gonna have someone come in and like fake rob us while we were doing the podcast, just to see Kenny's face.
Oh,
right?
Really?
But then we started talking about it. And I was like, you never fucking know. Kenny might pull out a gun. Jay's definitely pulling out a gun. Someone's going to get fucking murdered here. Dude. Like, it's because I thought it'd be really hilarious to do a fucking, like someone comes in the slider, fucking, blah, 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 the whole deal.
So bad,
But then, I figured we're like, Kenny's got a detonator somewhere in this thing.
Yeah.
He's got a detonator. I mean, there's no way he doesn't, right?
Yeah.
This room is rigged, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
And then Jay's going to fucking shoot someone.
I'm not that far off, man.
Yeah.
So
I decided against
my
it.
finger.
I decided against it.
Yeah, that's a solid choice.
Yeah, April Fools is a whole thing.
Yeah, I was like probably 2021, and it was when I was back selling crack and stuff, and I was hanging out doing my shit, and I went home, and I was in one side of Lemonwood, and my sister was on the other side of Lemon. So I was on El Dorado. My sister was on El Dorado, and I was in the trailer park. Mm-hmm. And I got home. And this was pre-cell phone, pre-any of that shit.
Yeah.
So just had my pager. Got home and called my sister Collect from my house. Mm-hmm. And I called her Collect, and I said, hey, sis, I got popped. I'm in jail right now. I need you to drive over and wake Tina up and let Tina know that I'm in jail.
Oh, my God, dude.
So my sister got up out of bed. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. She got up out of bed and drove over to the trailer and knocked on the door and then came in the house to wake up Tina. And I was all, hey, what are you doing?
Dude.
Yeah. So that's why a minute ago when I was talking to her, That's why she was calling me.
Oh, really?
She thought that something I talked to her about last week was me setting her up for today because I get her. Usually I get her every year.
Yeah.
You know, I really go out of my way to try to prank my sister, man. It's
keeping your siblings on their toes is like the fucking best thing ever, dude.
It is
It really
so good,
is.
dude.
It's
it is
so
good. Yeah. Hey, and my brother decided to move back to Alaska.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he? Again? After he
No, but
already
that's
moved there?
That's what I was trying to get David to post that today so that, yeah, Chris is going back to Alaska.
I know,
He
dude.
copped another case.
Yeah, it's so funny. So for the record, Jay's brother, Chris, was going to move to Alaska, right? There's something that happened that was going to cause him to have to go work up there and live up there. Jay threw this massive fucking going away party for him
Great
on St.
party,
Patty's
cost me
Day.
a bunch of
right?
money.
Cost a bunch of money. And then the motherfucker just didn't go.
Didn't
go
go
at all,
anywhere.
right?
Not at all. Not even a little bit. He never even
Did he even go up there at all?
He went up there. He went up
vacation,
there to
essentially.
look for a job. He did go up there to look for a job and look to see kind of the lay of the land and stuff. But when he got back, things worked out, and he ended up being able to.
Beat to here.
Yeah, and he's back to work down here
Yeah.
in California. And
Yeah,
you know.
but that was a long con, dude.
it was a
He did
rough one,
con,
man.
dude.
It was a really rough one, man.
Yeah.
Like just not knowing what you're going to be able to do, what you can do, what you can't do. You've been in this specific field for 25 years, and then all of a sudden you
can't be now.
do it.
Yeah.
You know, and off some bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, and I tried to get him to come in tonight so we could talk about it, but you know, it's a lot that I'm, don't necessarily want to talk about without him being here.
Right, yeah, I get it. Well, we're glad
But
he's
talking
back.
about something that's fucked up.
What?
That on the way here that I saw again, and this is driving me absolutely fucking bananas, bro. How do these people just come up and set up pop-ups and just set up taco stands and wherever they want? They just
pretty
pull
wild,
up
dude.
and
Yeah.
There's literally a dude with a pop-up setting up a taco stand that comes from LA, gets all the money that he gets, and goes back to LA. He contributes.
Do you know that they're
absolutely
all
nothing.
from LA?
They're all
A
from
lot
LA.
of them are? Yeah.
Most of them are from LA. They absolutely, in no way, shape, or form, do they contribute to Ventura County.
Weird.
They don't pay taxes.
Yeah.
They don't pay for permitting. They don't pay for nothing.
Right.
They come up. They set up shop. Everybody lines up for them. When there's a taco truck that has to pay to go to the local catering place where they have to park, because you can't just park you can't take your trailer and
truck
park
home.
it at home.
Yeah, totally.
You have to park at this place specifically set up for this. You have to pay permits. You have to pay taxes.
Yeah.
You have to pay all this stuff to do all this stuff to be an official business in Ventura County. And these guys just show up in front of Target and set up shop. Everybody flocks there and spends their money there. But those guys take that money and that food, they get back in the truck and they go to LA. And there's 4 trucks on the avenue. There's a truck over at Mills and Main Street,
Yeah,
right
there's
there.
one on Pettit right there all the time.
There's
Yeah,
one on
they're all over
Pettit.
the place.
That one on Pettit's killer.
It's
man.
very good.
Yeah,
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, but it really every time I see it, it just blows my mind. And I hope people know that when you support those trucks, that you're not supporting our community.
The carts, you mean, the pop-ups. Yeah.
I'm sorry. When you support those pop-ups, you're not supporting our community. I saw the reason that this came up is because we went for a little bit of a ride and had some stuff we were doing. So him and I went and rode our motorcycles around. And on the way back, I saw him setting one up, or one that was set up, and then somebody else setting one up. And I'm just like there's a truck that has to pay for all this stuff across the street.
Right.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
Lupita's is across the street. They're paying for a building. They're paying for all of the stuff. And then you got some guy that shows up and isn't contributing nothing and just taking money and going back to LA.
I mean, it sounds like you're just against capitalism and the free market, dude.
Yeah, it's done nothing for this country at all.
I mean,
you know
you're
what I
sounding
mean? Like,
a little commie right now.
That's
dude,
fine.
You know what I mean?
I'll take it right now if you want to, Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's get into that little fucking gem.
I thought you were going to talk about the guy that was just on the 33 in Casita Springs, just holding up a giant handmade Trump 2024 fucking
and looking, that dude did not look like the dude to be holding up that sign at all.
Dude, yeah.
He looked like he
Jean
would
shorts.
have blue hair.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, I saw that.
But
It was
it's a
hilarious.
2024
Yeah,
sign, right?
yeah.
Handmade, like
And no reason
for
to be
no
standing
reason.
out there. You know,
my favorite
we
part is
were
that
in
he's-
Minor Oaks though, so
like, Casita Springs, I guess it was Casita Springs that we were going through.
I don't know. They were
So
all
we're
the
on a
same.
ride, dude, and I see this guy on the side of a road, and he's holding up. It's like a hand, and you know the handwriting. His wife or girlfriend drew it. Like he didn't fucking make that.
Yeah.
it was like
Holding it up,
beautiful,
holding it up, too.
But my favorite part is that he's wearing jean shorts.
Yeah.
and his fucking peekaboo sticking out
Yeah.
while he's holding up his sign. So he's just fucking holding it like this.
Yeah.
It was like, God bless America,
What
dude.
inspired that dude to just decide all of a sudden?
At what point
Yeah.
do you decide like,
And Kenny, my next thing that I have, like, I'm again, and I know we say this a lot, but I'm not really like, I'm not a guy that gets into the towers and the flat earth.
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
not the conspiracy guy. I'm really, I know.
it's-
I can't even know how much I can say that anymore.
well, you can't.
Because on Sunday, when all of a sudden Biden
Oh yeah,
does
the
its
31st,
National Transition Recognition Day,
right
I'm like,
on Easter.
hold on, hold on.
On
So
Easter.
365 days. You could pick any one of those days, but you pick the one day that's a giant Catholic holiday to go, let's make this now
Trans
transitioning
awareness,
recognition,
recognition,
whatever it is.
Yeah, totally.
But this is the one day that you decide to do it. So there's no like, nobody went like, hey, this maybe we should pick another day. Let's pick next week. Let's
Right.
do next week.
Well,
why this
yeah.
week? Let's do next week.
It is
Let's
weird.
not do it
It's
on
weird.
one of the biggest Catholic holidays of the year.
Yeah.
All these people have been doing Lent and not eating
It just
fucking red
shows,
meat
like,
and all this shit.
How out of touch the fucking Democrats and
Dude,
Republicans
okay,
are
look,
with
man,
their own
It's
base.
not out
dude.
of touch. I'm done with the out of touch. It's not out of touch. It's intentional, man.
Sure, could
They're
be.
doing intentionally to create havoc and to create dissent amongst everybody.
Sure.
They're doing intentionally knowing that this is going to make everybody pissed off and
Right.
separate our country even more, man.
Right.
There's no...
Yeah, it was pretty
You
wild.
know.
I mean, you do have to say that Easter next year will be on the 27th of April, so it won't be the same.
No,
day.
but then they'll just change it.
You
Now
think-
we need to
you
do
think they're gonna
something
change
else.
it every
yeah,
year?
Yeah. Yeah.
Every Sunday
Yeah,
Easter
it'll
can
be
land on is
something
going to be
else,
some
man.
woke
And I
shit.
hate it because I don't look. I don't. If
Could
we
be.
if we need to have if trans people want to have a day of recognition to help understand and support their plight and what they have to go through, that's fine. I have no problem with it. Do it, but pick it on like
the
one of
Jesus
the-
has risen day.
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
Yeah, no,
You know what? I know.
It was a wild move, dude. It was a bold move.
Fucking is
Yeah,
crazy.
It was a bold move.
And then
yeah.
you see the picture of him standing up there, and his arms are all locked up.
He's like,
You know, and he's just all. Oh,
he stands like he's not aware he's out of the straitjacket.
he is.
Like,
he has no idea, dude.
Like what? He doesn't understand that they let him
No.
out already, and he's like,
God.
"Arr!" you know, like still,
Man.
because you know, as soon as he's done talking, they go and they wrap him up in a blanket.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
They just
to
like
keep
place
him warm because
place
he's
him
all
by the
cold
fire,
and
you know?
frozen. Yeah,
they just sit him
Yeah.
down. Here you go, little buddy.
Yeah.
Pop a cookie in his mouth.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Give him some more.
And
of
then
that,
when they
that
need him, they
Clinton
unwrap
baby
him.
blood. You know, just
It's some
straight
adrenochrome.
mainlining him with a bunch of Clinton baby blood from the fucking mangrove.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally, dude.
yeah.
Yeah, but he
I
stands
do.
like he didn't. No one told him that he could let his arms
man,
down.
it is-
yet,
it's
you know?
it's a what happens when you're 900 years old and you're non-functioning.
It's brutal,
bold. Yeah, it's,
Do you?
it's
I
so
don't even think
ridiculous,
he has
man.
a. It's just such a weird. It is a weird because I read it and I was like, that's fucking interesting, you know. Because
Yeah.
I don't. You know, as a previously religious person, I don't. You know, it's fun for me to call this Zombie Jesus Day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. You know, it's if you really break it down, Easter is. The day
Another
fucking changes.
stolen pagan
It's
holiday.
another stolen pagan
Another
holiday. I mean,
this is another stolen
yeah,
pagan
it's trippy,
holiday.
dude.
It
Like,
really,
it's
truly
based
is.
off the first full moon after the fucking
Yeah.
spring equinox.
Yeah.
And it changes from the 27th of April to apparently March fucking 31st.
Yeah.
Over the years. And somehow it's the day that Jesus rose from the dead, right?
Yeah.
I get it. It's probably a remembrance of whatever, but
It's every
you know.
holiday that they just steal it from some pagan holiday,
Right, yeah.
And it is another one that, like you said, it was the full moon.
It's like the first full moon
beginning
after
of
the
harvest,
spring equinox.
yeah,
or something
exactly.
Like that,
So
yeah.
it's like this whole giant, and they just go, well,
Trans Day. Fuck it.
Jesus all of a sudden rose from the dead on this day now too. So not only is it your equinox, it's also Jesus rose from the dead, everybody.
Well,
let's celebrate that so that we don't pay attention to your pagan holiday.
Right.
Which is, and then then let's make it something else. And,
it's
it's all based off of keeping everybody separate. To keep all this, the talk is all to keep everything separate.
It is.
To keep it all different, man, so that we all just go.
Keep everyone just pissed enough.
Dude, I have never been involved in religion. I don't believe in any of it. If you want to do it, do it. I don't believe in it. I think it's garbage, but it's just that's for me.
Yeah.
If it makes you happy, then be happy. But to have a group of people that are running what used to be the greatest country in the world and then decide to call it National Transition Recognition Day. Come on. Tell me you're not trying to piss off everybody between here and New York.
I don't know how you could do that and just think people are going to be like, tight, dude. Like, because regardless, I don't care. Like, that's if you get a day, like, cool. Like, I'm not the guy. I'm not like, where's Mr. White Guy Day?
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, fine, have a day. But it is like that day specifically where so many people, the one thing they are,
the entire United States,
the one thing that a lot of people are hanging on to right now is the fact that this might be the end times.
Yeah.
Right. And if you come out as the president and say, well, one of your most important days, everything that your whole religion is based off, the tenets of forgiveness and Jesus died for your sins, it's now the thing that probably pisses you off just for no reason.
Yeah.
It's their day now. And you go, fucking motherfucker. And for me, it's like the people that are running this shit are making a fucking choice to decide that, they think their base is more in this, right?
I don't even think
or more in that.
I'm starting to go along with that. I don't even think that they're worried about their base anymore. I think that they're just trying to create the chaos between, just to keep that going.
They're doing a great job
to anger these people and to not, to placate these people, but knowing that it's just going to keep creating this giant, vast crater of hate against each other. But I think that they're not realizing that there's more in common with the people in the middle, and that hopefully everybody's getting tired of it.
I think that
and
scares
votes for
the
RFK.
shit out of them. I think that scares the shit out of them. The fact that they know that most.
No good. Crack that, because I know you're going to need a chaser.
Yeah, thank you. I think that fact right there scares the shit out of Republicans and Democrats.
Yeah,
they
I
know
agree.
that most of the majority of the country fucking doesn't like either of them.
No,
and I think a lot of it is actively trying to placate to your side, and whether it's creating division or whatever, they're holding on to the last little remnants of what they have to gain their power, so are the Republicans.
This is how Robert Kennedy is going to end up being president. Keep doing dumb shit. Just keep doing it. Go ahead, Kenny, what you got?
Response on his VP pick.
I haven't seen the response.
Shanahan.
Yeah.
As the result of his VP pick, his support, they said that's the third Kennedy assassination, self-inflicted.
Oh, really? Yeah. I don't know anything about her. I know she was like married to the dude that fucking did Google and then was a lawyer. So she has like a really inept view of technology and all that shit. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, it's hard to admit. I don't know. I really like the guy. I fucking hope that he has a shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I think he should have went with Kamala. Is it Kamala?
Yeah.
No, it's Tulsi Gabbard.
Oh yeah,
I think that should have been the logical choice.
Yeah,
you take him,
I like
put him
Jesse
with Tulsi
Ventura
Gabbard
when he was in the running, dude.
Yeah, but he's lost his fucking mind.
Nuts,
he's
dude.
right there hanging out with Trump and fucking Biden
Yeah.
at the old folks' home.
Yeah,
you know,
him and Alex Jones are
Pelosi's
probably
over there
chilling, dude.
servicing him in between.
The fucking frogs are gay.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's amazing how much that fucking dude said that came out to be true.
Yeah. I mean,
A lot of shit he
You throw
said
enough shit
came
at
out
the
to
wall,
be
dude.
true. Dude.
I know.
A lot of
I
it
know.
that he said specifically
Cheers.
came out to be true.
To Alex Jones, to
Hey,
Easter,
yeah,
to international
Alex
trans
Jones
awareness.
should have been his vice president.
He's just a disinformation shield.
Ooh, damn! Even the conspiracy guys don't.
I watched him self-disclose on his own channel.
Nice.
Oh, Jones?
Yep.
Well, it could be.
Freemason.
God damn it! I love it, dude. I love it. Yeah. Anyway,
You're the best.
you know who's probably a Freemason? Puff Daddy.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
here we go.
Have you been following that?
Yeah, it's we in the Black Twitter community, they're calling him.
Okay.
the
Can I ask
Black
you? Can I
Epstein.
ask you probably the most racist question ever?
Sure.
Do you know how to get on Black Twitter?
No, I have no idea, dude. No idea.
dude.
I've even tried. I tried to look into it, and I just ended up watching a bunch of black porn. Oh, they
I
just
hear
went
it
from
referenced
like trying to
constantly.
find Black Twitter. I just end up watching a bunch of black girls with big asses.
Dude.
And
What the fuck is Black Twitter?
I
Seriously,
tried.
I hear about it all the time, and
Yeah.
I want to get on so bad,
Yeah.
and I have no fucking clue where to go.
No, I know. Yeah.
What is it?
I have no idea.
What is
bro.
Black Twitter, dude?
I don't know.
This is the most racist I've ever been. I think.
No,
I have no
not
idea.
even close.
What the fuck? I'm not saying it's wrong. I'd like to be
Your
involved.
lack of knowledge doesn't make you a racist. It
What
just
is
makes you
it?
ignorant.
It sounds super awesome,
Oh,
dude. It
dude,
sounds
I
fucking
do.
super fun.
Yeah.
Does Kenny
Ken
know
Dog?
what it is?
Ken Dog?
Actually ignorant. It's very inquisitive.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is
but
very
the
funny
ignorant
to
just
me.
is the basic lack of knowledge.
No, actually, ignorance is the prefix is to ignore. Ignorant is still the prefix ignore. Ignorant is it being the one who is ignoring the facts.
We got to get you a mic, Kenny. We got to get you.
Yeah,
a mic
we
over there,
definitely
huh?
got to get you a mic.
Should we set you up a mic?
I mean,
because you're gonna jump in on
yeah,
shit.
yeah, but not right now because nobody heard what you said. So yes, ignorant is the total lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
We'll just stick with what I said and shut the fuck up, Kenny.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I hear about, like, it's one of the funniest things. I've been thinking about it for years. I hear Black Twitter references, and I'm like,
Yeah.
where is it? Is it like on Twitter somewhere you have to go, or is you just fucking you subscribe to all black guys? I have no fucking
I don't
idea.
know either. I know when I do go on Twitter, what I do is I look for like just stupid shit, like whatever political stupid shit, whatever it is, and I just go through and read the comments.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's all.
And then I get fired up, and then you know what I mean. But I know that it's unrealistic.
Yeah.
Reading the comments.
Oh yeah. That'd
Oh,
be good. Yeah.
dude, it is
good.
actually any of the platforms. I was reading one. I was reading one because my Australian Shepherd, and somebody was like, "I want to use this collar, this specific training tool to stop my dog from barking," and a bunch of people are like, "Great, worked fantastic for me." And in what people will think of as a shock collar for dogs, what it does is it'll first set off a little buzz that they hear, then it'll set off a vibration that they hear, and then if they still don't stop, it gives them a light little shock.
Oh.
So
I was gonna
it's
say, it
not
injects them
really
with a needle.
yeah, well, it's not a super.
down,
It's
dude.
not a super aggressive tool, and most dogs, especially its dog as smart as an Australian Shepherd, is going to figure out. Okay,
I don't like
Buzz,
the third one.
I'm done at Buzz.
Right,
you know what I
right.
mean? But there was some girl that just fit the whole profile of what we're talking about. Her profile picture was a round picture of her, and then the frame was like 3/4 of a rainbow, and she had bright blue hair.
Oh, yeah.
And she's sitting there with her dog, and she just kept talking about how anything that you do like that is abuse.
Oh, sure.
And it's
Yeah.
you can do everything off positive reinforcement, and just watching those comments go back and forth where everybody was pretty
Pretty okay.
pretty
yeah.
you know, like no,
Yeah.
this is what it is, and boy,
But then it spawns the fighting. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Oh
it's wild,
man,
dude.
it was good.
Yeah, but okay, so
I do that a lot.
we're trying to
Anyways.
get on Black Twitter. Just
Yes.
we don't know how.
So-
If someone
so
could
then-
send us an invite, like that'd be
somebody,
cool.
please send us an invite to Black
That'd be
Twitter.
super cool.
Anybody in
I don't
my
know.
family?
I promise I won't do
you know,
anything weird.
Yeah,
Is that?
yeah.
We got to hit up Black Mike. Dude.
Yeah.
See what's going on. Hey,
Yes.
I should
Yes.
call him right now and
should
ask him
look
how
at
to
those.
get on Black Twitter. Dude.
Yeah, he's gonna go. What are you talking about? What is Black Twitter?
Anyway, but the Puff Daddy shit is insane, dude.
It is, but it's insane, but it's not. Like
They have-
we've, you know,
Trolling?
Oh yeah,
who?
50 Cent.
Oh no,
He's
no,
the one
no.
that's fucking. Dude, he's coming out with a whole documentary about him. Well, he fucking hate. He's also so. Everyone knows this. They raided his houses,
Yeah.
right? Homeland Security went in there, guns, the
Yeah.
whole deal, right? The rumor is that they're gathering footage. They've discovered that he was Epstein style, had cameras in every single room
Yeah.
in the house, has footage. So the conspiracy is that Homeland Security was there removing footage, obviously, because
Yeah,
there's tons of powerful politicians and fucking business moguls and everyone is going to I mean, we've heard rumors about the freak parties for years, right? But and then he disappears, right? And now have they found him? They haven't found him, right?
He's in. So when it first happened, like immediately, I heard that or I saw that he had flew to Barbados,
Right.
which has a no extradition law.
Oh, okay.
And so it's safe to assume
Yeah.
that he has a mansion down there that he's had built years ago just in case this happened.
Dude, I don't
You
know.
know? But then I think I saw something, and I don't know, man. I've been working a lot, but I saw pictures of like him and his kids in New York or in the Hamptons or something.
I can't imagine he's in America, dude. That's probably the most looked for motherfucker ever right now. You know what I mean?
Well,
Could be.
except
I
for
don't know.
he's
Yeah,
a
I don't know.
billionaire.
What I'm more interested in is like obviously like this is another Epstein style deal, but you know, 50 Cent is out there claiming that fucking Jay-Z is just as guilty. Kevin Hart, he's like the Cat Williams shit, where Cat Williams blew everyone up.
Yeah.
50 is doubling down, dude. He is going for
Is
it.
he saying about Kevin?
Oh yeah, Kevin Hart. There's so much footage of Kevin Hart hosting parties, like from the bathroom with a bunch of naked chicks, like in the bathroom. There's footage of it, like it's all over the
Yeah.
line. All these like videos are starting to surface and shit, you know. And then
And
Jay-Z,
so 57, 57.
57, yeah.
50 Cent doesn't have, like, he's never had parties.
He's always had beef with him. He's always had beef with Puff Daddy and
Well,
everyone.
no, I'm talking about Kevin Hart. I don't care. Would fine with him and Diddy. I mean,
Right.
A lot of people. Sean Combs, P.
Mm-hmm.
Diddy, was well known for being super ambitious and working really hard to create these parties and create these environments and do this stuff back into the
Right.
like back into the early or late 90s.
Yeah.
Late 80s, early 90s. He was known for putting on like these white parties where everybody
Yeah.
wear white suits and do all this shit. Like I mean, he was really well known amongst
Yeah.
the hip hop community of doing these extravagant parties that brought a bunch of people together
Right.
and made a lot of money that everybody wanted to go to.
Right.
Like it was a huge thing.
Sure.
Now, however he kept after he made his billions, whatever he kept doing after that, there's always been rumors of freaky shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, okay, you party at his house and at a certain point in time you leave his house. Like,
Right.
it's okay, it's time to go.
Yeah, and
This is
then
where shit
the
starts to
real
get
shit
freaky.
happens.
Yeah. You know, all of it is a lot.
It's a lot, dude. It's
You know,
wild.
it's a lot to digest, you know, and it's a lot to digest on top of what we were talking about with Biden. We're talking about with the frumpy dude on the side of the road with the Trump sign, you know, or
Frump 2024.
yeah, the Trump 24.
Frump 2024.
You know,
dude.
where the Baltimore Bridge.
Oh yeah, that's
and-
another one. That's a
yeah,
wild one,
and
dude.
and
I would love to ask Jason if it was possible for a ship like that to lose control.
yes, 100%.
It
You're
is?
talking about Wade. Yeah,
No, your buddy.
Oh, Jason. Yeah, Wade's a pilot.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
So
but
Wade
yeah,
would be. He said
if-
it is
if-
possible.
No, I haven't even talked to him about it, but I know it's possible.
We
If
should
you
ask
start
him.
having, from what I understand and what I've looked into on the ship, talk about bouncing all over the place.
I know. Yeah.
Is what I know of those ships is if that ship has engine problems and the engine dies, there's no control of it.
Really?
None. And then I know this from
That seems wild, dude.
Well, if your
But I mean,
brakes
they
go out
have
in
two.
your car,
They got two separate sides, don't they?
Once that goes, if it stops working, if you have a problem that stops the ship from working, there's no control of it.
I mean, it
That's
just seems
why they
nuts,
have
dude.
tugboats.
Sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
why when you see a tugboat coming into, or you see a ship coming into the port of
Yeah.
Wainimi, that's why they have tugboats on there. Because if anything happens with that ship, and all of a sudden it loses power, those tugboats are what guides that ship into
Sure.
the port.
Yeah.
And if you're in Louisiana and you're cruising into the river and you're doing all that,
Right.
you would need a pilot and a ship to get you through that stuff, because if something happens,
Yeah.
you're fucked. And I think that's from what I saw,
I'm
the
not buying
video shows.
all the conspiracy crazy
No,
shit.
no,
about
but
it,
what
you
I've
know,
seen, one of the things that I watched was, okay, this is the ship. All of a sudden, it lost its motor function, and then it started to kind of, and then like it got its motor function back.
Well,
And
dude, then
it
you saw it
kinda-
do this
then it-
crazy hook, and it would make
Yep.
sense if things are
Yeah.
off, and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, getting back, I know we're skipping all over the place, but getting back to Puff Daddy, you know, with the call outs from Jay-Z being involved and all these billionaires, right? Like, we're heading into, like, you got Epstein that happened, you got all these people that are being exposed for nefarious, terrible fucking behavior. Like, are we in a time of, like, reckoning right now? Like, it seems really weird, like, that all this shit is coming to light, like, at the same time. Like, I'm not saying conspiracy weird. It's just, it's like, are we in an, huh?
Like Revelations.
I mean, it's always been Revelations, dude. I mean, every fucking year I've ever been alive, it feels like Revelations. Does it feel like it more now? Yeah, sure, that's fine. But I'm just saying, like, is there a real, like, time where this is how you clean out, like, the old guard and bring in the new? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
So-
people are just done with this weird ass behavior, and who knows what the next group of fucking motherfuckers is doing. There's someone that's doing Puff Daddy parties right now.
100%.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like you
Yeah.
just, and I'm not saying it's a conspiracy and people are being exposed for shit. I'm just saying it's like so weird that so many people are like getting discovered to be total fucking trash perverts. You know what I mean?
So Kennedys were known for being very promiscuous. Right?
Sure. Yeah.
But they were in a time where everything wasn't readily available.
Right.
So now these people have a voice, and it's readily available to get your voice out there and express
Sure.
your opinion about stuff. Red Fox, Richard Pryor, Red Fox, all of these old school black comedians talked about cop abuse, police abuse for years as a joke
Yeah.
before Rodney King.
Right.
Then Rodney King happened, and they got it on tape. Mm-hmm. And then that took it to a different level. And then
Sure.
people are like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's been going on for years.
100%.
So it's just, all it is multimedia, Instagram, and all these different people now have access to where if a girl would have years ago had said, you know, I went to a party and I was at Trump's house and he did this, this, and this.
Which
what was her
probably
name?
happened.
Well, what was her name? The
Stormy
stripper,
Daniels.
Stormy Daniels.
Stormy Daniels, yeah.
So that now gets put out there.
Right.
To where before they could spend $1 million and make it disappear.
Yeah.
And they can't do it no more.
Yeah, it's just weird that there's like this reckoning that's happening right now, you know, with all these fucking people, and it's like, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not like conspiracy guy. I don't think I think it's just there's a point at which like people are finally being held accountable for the horrendous shit. Now, the way they're held accountable, the way it's found out, what the government's doing to cover their own ass on the back end, that's a whole nother separate topic.
Yeah.
But it's just why the Puff Daddy shit is wild to me, man. Like, you know, it's not surprising.
But it's not. I mean, Epstein just got. I mean, he just got murdered. But
What?
that
Wait,
was.
what?
Oh yeah.
I thought he killed
yeah,
himself.
No, yeah. I'm sorry. Well, he hung himself.
Yeah.
But that comes to light, and now it's just somebody else that all of a sudden these women are going like, this is what happened.
Yeah.
And it becomes multiple women that
Right.
you can't shut up.
Right.
And normally it would just shut them up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like when Kenny starts to say, Craig does weird shit to me at the end of the podcast.
Yeah, you know what?
As I walk
It's-
out the door.
Can you cut the feed,
know.
Kenny? That'd be cool. let's calm down, all right?
You know, I mean, it's, you know,
Kenny
I mean,
consented to almost everything I did to him.
yeah.
Almost everything.
almost, yeah.
But that's
why
how you find out your limits.
Yeah, it's
you know?
that's why Kenny has back problems.
It's because it's actually not even sexual. I just make him actual piggyback me. I just jump on his back and I make him carry me around.
Man, it's all of it's just crazy, man.
It is wild, man.
know?
It's fucking it just the more you see it, you're like, God damn, man. Like,
Yeah.
everyone's guilty. Like, is it possible to be a fucking billionaire without being a corrupted weirdo piece of shit? Like, it's just not possible. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know.
it's just not possible. You know, and you would think like black culture, dude. Like, these guys fucking came from nothing, built empires, and rightfully so. They fucking should. And then you see it now. It's you're like, God damn it! Even
So
you know,
is
you
it
expect
now-
that from rich white people. You know what I mean? Like, that is rich white people behavior, doing weird shit. But then it's like, and I'm such a huge hip hop fan. Like, it's harder for me to swallow that than it is
Yeah.
the Epstein shit, because these are nameless white billionaires that are doing gross
that have
shit.
no connection to us.
No
whatsoever.
connection to culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even though they form culture,
Yeah.
and they fucking they build worlds and empires,
Yeah.
they don't affect my daily life. But you tell me, like, I can't listen to the Black Album anymore, dude? Like, come on.
know,
what
man.
the fuck?
Yeah,
you know, like, that it hurts my heart, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, God, you know, and I'm not saying this is all allegedly, by the way, Jay-Z and Beyonce,
yeah,
please.
I
Allegedly.
I still have no problem at all listening
Bumping
to
R.
Michael
Kelly.
Jackson.
Oh, well, Michael Jackson is a.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's hard not to, man.
Yeah, but I mean,
My
come
kids
on.
listen to it, and they know he's a chomo.
Yeah.
You know,
Allegedly, I think still. Is it?
I don't know. He's dead
I'm
now.
still
We
so
can say
confused,
whatever we
dude.
want
I'm
now.
still that one still kind of.
but it's like it's a weird one. Like, when they are when they're figures that it. My whole entire childhood was like 90s hip hop, dude. You know, 90s hip hop
Yeah.
into the early 2000s, and
Yeah, that's
Puff
why
Daddy,
you made
Mace.
such great the fucking Wrath albums were your '90s hip hop influence.
Well, I love hip hop and I love metal. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I can't rap at all.
No,
But
no.
I have a talent for
Unwrap
yelling.
a cheeseburger though, you fat fuck.
Thank you. That was very nice. Yeah, I can unwrap a cheeseburger right now.
Dude, I'd be so stoked on a double.
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. But yeah, it is a bummer. That's what bums me out. It's like me and Rosie, my wife, were talking about it, and it's like, dude, I really like a lot of those people that are
I do.
involved. You know what I mean? It's like,
But I'll tell you, as far as being a hip hop head,
Mm-hmm.
I don't respect them as much as I respect KRS-One,
sure.
Arrested Development, KRS-One. I mean, any of the people that were
Well,
like,
even the
really
dude from
were
Two
woke and
Life
stuff.
Crew, was it Luke or something?
Luke.
He was like, those parties are nuts. I'm fucking out of here. Like, when he bails, like, Two Life Crew
goes, I'm out of here.
He's lost
It's
shit's
time
weird.
to go.
Yeah, it's like,
If they
that's
turn the
fucking
lights
weird.
off, I gotta go. You know, because you know that dude threw some freak parties,
Yeah,
man.
dude.
But that was a bunch of people getting together, having a good time, and slinging snatch.
But I think it's
and-
when dudes start fucking each other. That's like where,
yeah,
you know,
where I draw the line.
I'd watch for a minute, but
for
yeah,
sure.
I'd watch.
Yeah,
but
if I had my
I'm not
phone,
sure
I'd be
I'd get
taking some fucking pictures of it. Being
It's
all
just
like,
weird,
hey,
man.
Puff, I got some. Pay me, bitch.
Yeah, it's
Which
weird.
makes it hard because you just at a certain point in time, you're like when it first starts to happen, and Michael's a good way of putting this across. When this stuff first started coming out with Michael Jackson and all the stuff that was accusations against him, my thought is like, well, wait a minute, you people let your kids go do this. Now is your opportunity because you let your kids go do this because he was who he was.
Sure.
And now you have an opportunity to try to attack him and get money from you letting your kid go do this.
Yeah.
So where is that,
I don't know, man.
I don't know either.
Yeah,
I'm not,
yeah.
I'm just, all I'm doing is like, this is where my head was then.
Right.
Now it's like, Diddy was a freak.
Yeah.
When your name's Diddy, P. Diddles, you know what I mean? P. Diddles is out there doing some diddling, and the whole gay stuff. Woo! I mean,
well, that's the thing. It's like after you have everything, money, power, it's like, where does it go, dude? Like all bets. That's why it's like trippy for a bill.
you hang
like,
out with your fucking family and travel the world and have a good
but
time.
also, mouth fuck some random dude that didn't want it. I guess you know what I mean. It's crazy. Like it doesn't make.
We're back to talking about Kenny and you again.
I have never disrespected Kenny
No,
like that. That's
Kenny
so
likes
rude.
it. We know.
Yeah, it's just it bums me out. Like,
I keep wanting to say that Kenny was in the Navy, but it was the Air Force. So
was it the Air Force?
yeah. Not bad, huh? See, I do pay attention.
Jay remembered one thing. It was incredible. Yeah,
But he does look like he'd be in the Navy.
He's got CB vibes. Dude.
Yeah, totally.
What's his Wainemee? That's a problem.
Oh, that is totally it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just weird. It bums me out, but I just because I just all these records. God damn it, dude.
I've never been a P Diddy fan. I'm not a Puff.
I'm
Daddy fan.
I'm not a Puff Daddy fan
Yeah.
at all. I couldn't give two. I mean, he had the couple hits. You know what I mean?
And it's
they
not,
were
it's
fine.
good
They were
stuff.
fine.
I like it, but I'm
everyone
just been
involved. You're
know,
like, gosh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
if all of a sudden they went KRS One was caught up in some shit, I'd
you'd
be like
bummed out.
Dude, I would immediately go, no,
No.
you're all liars.
Yeah.
There's no way.
It's like denying Cosby.
Yeah,
You probably didn't do
No,
that. Yeah.
I mean it's the professor, the
I know,
fucking
yeah.
the teacher.
I know.
Getting no man. That dude ain't. He's as righteous as the day is
You
long,
fucking
man.
hope, man. But
I'm not. I have no qualms with it, man.
It's-
I don't think I'm going to be.
It's just
eating my
such a
words later.
world of compromise and like, yucky values. you
Well,
know?
I think that part of it is the values thing is a great way of going into this. Is if you look at the values of these different people, you look at the values of Chuck D, you look at the values of KRS-One, you look at the values of even I mean Luke. If it wasn't for him, he stepped up against censorship and against all this stuff within the hip hop community
Right.
when nobody else would. It cost him tons of money, and there's a lot of those guys that did that stepped up to do this stuff. And at the same exact time, Puff was just trying to run his way to the top. You
Right.
know, I mean,
right.
what he did off of Biggie's back is pretty substantial.
Pretty wild,
you know?
man.
Yeah, he used Biggie's big old fat ass as a trampoline.
Yeah, and
to
then
launch
also killed
himself.
Tupac.
Well,
Supposedly,
yeah,
right.
You know,
what I mean? You're like, oh, yeah. It's just it's a wild one, man. I don't know what happens if he gets caught or fucking you never see him again.
We'll see.
or or if he has so much, or if he's like an Epstein, he has so much shit on everyone that he's untouchable.
Well,
It was implied that he was a honeypot.
That would make sense. Yeah. I mean, it would. Because the most interesting, now back to conspiracy shit, the most interesting thing, the conspiracy thing I've heard was that CIA helped fund a lot of like the hip hop culture, which is pretty wild. Like, and that could be, because if you think about what they did for MK Ultra, the Manson family and the hippie movement, all these things, right? Them actually funding and helping advance the violence in hip hop fucking makes sense a little bit. You know what I mean?
So yeah.
Kitty goes, just for the record, Kitty goes, yes.
So
In the background.
there's the story of them having a meeting down in L.A. Where they were like, we can't let Arrested Development, De La Soul, Jungle Brothers, we can't let this positive woke,
shit get in here. Yeah.
like the original woke. I hate even using that name for that stuff,
but you sure do like saying it though. Yeah.
It's a common terminology that. But there was a meeting, and I wish I could remember all of it. But there was a meeting in one of these record companies with Capitol, whoever it was, where they sat around and said, we have to stop this, and we need to go with this. And it was, we need to stop the positive movement,
Right.
and we need to go towards NWA
the
and
negative.
Ice-T and all the gangster stuff, and
'Cause
which then
violence-
changed the
yeah.
community.
Yeah.
And at the same time, the CIA was funding Free Ray Ricky Ross and funding the Contra stuff and
Right.
doing all that. And they also changed the laws on psilocybins and psycho drugs and doing all that stuff with marijuana and all that stuff to stop the hippie movement, because the hippie movement was going against their agenda as
Right.
far as like the Vietnam War. So it just all kind of collates together.
Yeah, it's
you know,
really
and
weird.
none of that's like the whole thing that they did as far as like enacting laws to make it to where they can then arrest all
Yeah.
of the Black Panthers and arrest
Right.
all of the hippie cross culture stuff where they're going like, we need to not do this.
Yeah.
This is bullshit. And they went, well, okay, let's change the laws, and now we can bust them for having a gram of weed and put them in prison.
Right,
Which is what they did.
Meanwhile,
you
they're
know?
dosing Manson with fucking
Dude.
with copious amounts of acid.
Did you
and teaching him how to run a cult?
Did you listen
know?
to the book Chaos?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna.
It was.
I'll
you
play
haven't heard it?
No, I haven't.
Oh
man.
my god, it
Okay,
is.
I'm in.
If you haven't heard Chaos, it is. It's
Yeah.
written by a dude that he wrote this book for 20 years. It's all about the Manson murders, the Manson connection between the CIA and MK Ultra, the same guys that fucking basically were involved in the Kennedy assassinations, were involved with Manson. He got let out of prison like 1 million times, multiple times. Someone would come in and be like, "It's above your head, dude. He's got to go. Need to get let out." Right?
Yeah.
They were getting free acid from the Haight Ashbury
Yeah.
Clinic, right, which was run by MK Ultra.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
it's
the
just,
one guy, though, I can't remember the guy's name. The guy that was it Sirhan or was it Oswald? Where this one specific dude goes in and talks to Sirhan, and then leaves, and then all of a sudden he's crazy. Oh, it was Jack Ruby.
Jack Ruby.
So
yeah.
he went
so
to go
Jack
visit
Ruby
Jack
was also
Ruby.
involved with the Mansons.
Yeah. And then goes in
Yeah.
and he goes and visits Jack Ruby, and then comes out of it, and Jack Ruby all of a sudden lost his fucking mind.
Yeah,
and
the
then
book
soon
Chaos
died
is
after.
fascinating,
Yeah.
dude.
I
I
love
listened
to
to it. I went and when I bought my truck, me and my dad, who loves a conspiracy. God, he loves them.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, we're listening to this book. We listened to the whole entire book all the way there and all the way back. We went to Arizona to pick up my truck, and 10 solid hours.
Yeah.
We listened to the whole fucking book, dude. And it is shocking, dude. You know, you're like, fuck. You know, it's just the way that the CIA and the government infiltrates culture, right? It's not that far of a reach to assume they infiltrated fucking black culture, hip hop.
No, they have.
You know what I
100%
mean?
they
Like
have.
for sure, it's
Yeah.
just crazy. You know.
I mean,
so is it possible for them to also let Puffy do these things, knowing about it for years, knowing that he's getting fucking tons of footage on all these people that they can then compromise? Absolutely, it's possible.
So if
my
basically-
brain doesn't want to believe it, but it is possible.
Yeah, 100% is possible.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know. That's,
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Mace is out here just fucking dodging shit. Better get the camera on me right now, Kenny. Come on. Oh, she's fucking dodging questions, dude. You know what I mean? Mace is, I'm sure right now. I don't
See if he ends up dodging his celly when he gets locked up.
I don't know. It's wild, man. But they haven't caught him yet. So
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, the fact that there's people out there that think that Epstein killed himself. You know,
It's possible.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
It is
There's a lot of
possible.
things that are possible, but come on,
It's not,
you know,
I don't know, man. I feel bad. It bums me out. That's it. Yeah.
I'm with you.
I mean, everything's ruined.
Yeah,
Music's ruined. TV's ruined. You know what I have been watching, and I want you to watch this. It's on YouTube. It's are you familiar with Drewski? Could Have Been Records. He's on like tons of podcasts and shit. He was just on Theo Von's podcast.
okay, okay.
Is a black dude. He does
I know
like
what you're
these
talking
weird.
about, yeah.
He does like weird shit. Like he
Yeah.
has a record label called Could Have Been Records, right?
Okay.
He is doing this reality show right now on fucking YouTube called Could Have Been House, and it is the most wild shit I've ever seen in my life, dude. It's basically like he takes all these fucking wannabe rappers. I mean, one of them's called the ugliest guy alive, the ugliest rapper alive. His teeth are sticking out of his mouth
Yeah.
he looks like a shark. There's like a fucking dwarf. There's all these just ratchet motherfuckers, and he puts them in this house, dude, and he makes them compete against each other. He gets them fist fighting. He gets them snitching on each other, and he's giving them rewards for snitching. He brings in Crip. What's that guy? Crip Mac.
Oh,
Crip
dude.
Mac, and
yeah.
Crip Mac's fist fighting him.
C-Mac. But
Yeah, he's literally fist fighting him in the house. It is the most out of control show I've ever seen in my life, and I don't know
How are you
he's-
just now telling me this?
I don't know. Because I just watched the
Seriously.
third episode and I went, "This is so insane, dude." Drewski is killing it right now.
Oh,
with the
dude.
show. It's It's so incredible. Could have been House.
So
is the most entertaining reality show I've ever seen in my life. Dude.
Okay, all right.
He makes this big deal about everything. Like he comes in, he says, like it's just so. It's exactly reminds me of the Puff Daddy like show that was on in the '90s, right? Where Puff Daddy had a competition show for musicians, and he is kind of doing the same thing, but it's the most ratchet humans you've ever seen.
I'm in.
And he'll get people to get in fist fights and then put them in PC so they have a security guard around them. But now everyone wants to kill them the whole time because they have security guards. It's like the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life, dude.
Wow.
I love it.
I saw what I saw was the thing where if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's where Theo Von found a really cool
the Cat Williams?
Cat Williams doll. I swear to God, dude.
I laughed so hard.
I watched it probably 4 or 5 times in a row because it was so like
good.
he's just like, yeah, I got
a Cat Williams at Michael's.
Yeah, I found this
Well, it's
Cat
like
Williams
Drewski
doll.
goes along with it for a minute. He's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What? And then he shows the picture of because I remember the video
he's carrying
Theo
him out. Yeah.
It's a fucking black nutcracker,
Yeah,
dude.
oh my
I mean, that's what
God,
it is.
dude.
But then they show a picture of Cat Williams in the same outfit. And he's like, you gonna tell me that's fucking not Cat Williams?
Oh God. That was so good, bro.
The best fucking interview. But Drewski is a genius, dude.
I'm in.
I don't know
All right,
how
I'll
he's
check him
rich.
out.
I don't know what he does. I don't know if Could Have Been Records is a real record label. I don't know, but it is fascinating,
It's
dude.
so good.
It's the best thing ever. Like he'll get guys to fist fight and then bring him in and go, like, because one guy he gets a dude to cut off Crip Mac's fucking house arrest, like his bracelet, right?
Yeah.
So he sets this whole thing up. He gets him to cut off his bracelet, right? And then the guy hides it in the fucking house. Then the cops come. I'm sure it's staged. The cops come. They arrest Drewski, and now he's in the back of the car, and they're fucking trying to get people to rat, right? Like, who the fuck has this thing? Blah blah blah. So of course a guy rats, right? And now everyone wants to kill him. Like 2 guys try to beat him up for ratting, and then Drewski pulls him in the office. He goes, "I like snitches, dude. Keep snitching." And he just hands him like this token that's going to be worth like points, and whoever gets the most tokens, dude. He's torturing these people. It's insane, dude. It's the best show I've ever seen in my life. Could Have Been House is the best reality show on television,
All right,
dude.
I'm in.
And it's on YouTube, and it's fucking
Man, you
beautiful.
should have hit me up on this so we could.
I should have, yeah.
We'll do the
I
whole.
just finished
we'll
the
do our
last
own
episode
thing.
like 2 days ago.
Okay.
Or the newest one. Because they're coming out weekly. So it's like a weekly show. And I've been meaning to tell you about it, but it is so
Sounds amazing,
good, dude.
I'm in.
It's so
I am totally
good.
in.
Oh, God, I love it, man.
Yeah.
That and, that's it. Yeah. What else have we got to talk about?
Your motorcycle.
Oh, thank you.
Let's talk about your motorcycle.
That's true. Thank you, man.
I want to make sure that we get on
camera.
On camera.
Yeah. So Jay
you owe me
is
money.
letting me buy one of his motorcycles.
Yes.
And it has been an absolute fucking pleasure,
Yeah.
dude. And I really, just a smile on my face riding. And I got to ride with Jay today. And as much as I shit on Jay, and I'll take every opportunity for the rest of my life to shit on Jay, that motherfucker can ride. Oh, he can ride, dude. I'm struggling. I'm dying trying to keep up with him on the freeway. And I finally catch up, and he's got one hand, and he's all... just fucking cruising, dude, and I'm fighting for my life.
Yeah.
I'm fighting for my life.
I
dude.
know.
You know, and I'm not gonna kill myself. I'm not like dumb enough to try to catch up with you.
And I was really
But
trying.
it's incredible,
I was
dude.
trying. I was fucking slowing down so much.
I was
man.
doing 85, and I'm like,
Dude,
and I catch up to Jay, and he's fucking one-handing
and I keep looking at him in my rearview mirror because it's terrifying, man. It's just like I'm like, where? Okay,
Well,
is he there? Is he not there? Is he there? Is he not
for the
there?
record, I
and then
understand
I
how
try
to
to tell him
ride.
like, stay a little bit closer to me so I can see your fucking headlight.
Yeah.
Well, no, because what happens is you don't when you're riding, you want to kind of stagger.
Yeah.
But when you see people that ride like really
Really
hardcore
well, yeah.
riders, you ride really close to each
Right,
other.
right.
And that's so if we're splitting lanes, like I won't split lanes with them.
Right.
Because if I split lanes, there's a reaction that happens.
Right.
So as I go through the cars open up, right?
Right.
So then after I go through, they close back.
That's right. Yeah.
And if you're not close to me,
Then I'm getting the closing back.
and then like if I see somebody riding over in the other lane, like if you're not riding in the left lane, you're not splitting traffic in the other lane, you're split. I will lose my shit if I catch up with you because you're now causing all of these cars to come over.
Right.
So then now we're all fighting each other, and that's not how it works. The way you work is you keep about a bike length behind each other. You know what I mean? I should be able to read your license plate, and then that's how you split traffic.
Right.
So when you don't have that, but he was far enough back that there was no effect from the cause. So he was far enough back for that, but then I'm still looking for his headlight constantly.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because
Right.
if something happens to him.
Well, here's the thing. I am absolutely confident in writing. I really am. I'm very methodical. I don't know if you guys can fucking tell how I work, but I'm really methodical about shit. I'm a dork with technique. I'm a dork with fucking all sorts of things. And I'm in no way going to put myself in a position where I'm going to put myself in danger to try to keep up with a fucking guy that's better than me.
And real
it's just
quick,
not going to happen.
And real quick,
you know what I mean?
for all of my friends that do listen to this podcast, please do us a favor. You guys just throw some comments into the just talk about how I made you wreck your bike.
Yeah,
talk. You know what I'm talking about, Mike. Just go through, and if you think that I ride like an asshole, just get in the comments and talk about it. And you guys start some shit about how fucking I'm a dickhead about how I ride.
Yeah,
you know, because
I can
there's
tell,
a few
for sure.
people that have
you're living
had some
free out
shit.
there, dude.
Hey, you know, I've been on that bike.
Yeah.
You know, I forever, and I've been riding motorcycles as my main mode of transportation since a kid.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
for me, it's not.
It's second nature.
Yeah.
It's first nature. Really. Yeah.
We were just talking about somebody this the other day. Is stuff will happen when we're riding that to you is like, oh my God, I almost died.
Right.
And the same exact thing will happen to me, and we'll get to a spot, and I'll be like,
that was fun.
yeah, okay, what's going on? And they're like, did you see the guy that crossed the? I'm like, yeah. It happens all the time.
Tight, dude.
Yeah. You want another beer? You ready? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, chili dog and Coke.
Yeah. No,
You know?
and I understand that because I can do that shit with equipment. I can put someone on the side of a fucking slope and terrify him, scare the fucking shit out of him. And for me, it's second. I just doesn't bother me at all. But first of all, I really appreciate you letting me ride your bike around, and it's been really fucking nice, dude. It's something that I've needed for a long time, just to. You know, you have very few things you get to do as a dad that like get you out, and you get to like. And the cool thing about riding is that it's just nothing. There's nothing to focus on besides riding. Like
nothing. You
can't like wander off and think about other shit because I'm, like I said, I'm pretty methodical. Well, you can, but you know, for me, like simple basic techniques like are starting to come back to me, like keeping my legs closed in when I'm. You know what I mean? Like the further your legs, the tighter your legs are, the easier it is to turn. Like those little basic things that I used to know are coming back to me, which is nice. But I am no way like I don't need to do 120 miles an hour. You know, did I get your bike to 100? Yeah, I did for sure. I did. I totally did. Easily, and it happens easy, dude.
Yeah.
But you know, it's
that
just,
bike is fast.
It's fast as shit, dude.
Yeah.
I really like it. Yeah.
One of these days. Once you ride that for a little bit,
Yeah.
I'll put you on mine.
Dude, yeah, I can tell yours is because I'm already in fifth gear and you're fucking. It seems like you're barely there, you know.
No, I'm not. And,
Yeah.
and it's my bike is different.
Yeah, it is.
know,
Yeah, even
yeah.
your brother is all. His bike's a problem, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was like, that makes sense. It totally makes sense. Dude.
Most people can't start my bike.
Oh, you need like a
Including Chris.
a Fonzie.
You
fucking...
have to know what you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's super high compression.
Right.
And I've had different problems, so sometimes this won't work. So you have to reach down and smack this and do
Okay, I
this
saw you
and do
doing
that.
that. Yeah, totally.
yeah.
But it's been really nice. I mean, and I've been talking about going for a ride with you, and I know that. You know, I have another buddy that I've ridden with before that it's just he rides every single day to and from work. This is this dude's life, and it's like I'm never gonna keep up with that.
I honestly once I realized that we like when we were talking, I'm like, hey, meet me at the garage, and we'll take off from there and go do what we got to do.
Yeah.
I was really bummed that we weren't able to go do more. I really wanted to like go up around through Ojai or go up around the lake, and, you know, but the timeline and stuff didn't work out.
Well, we could. I mean, fucking, we can do it now. You know,
yeah,
it'd be awesome.
You know, yeah, actually, yeah. I'm down.
I'm down, dude. I'm down to go for a ride.
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite ride was up through the 150 Carpinteria.
The best.
You know what I mean?
It's
Like
the best ride.
all that shit, dude.
I love it, man. I mean,
But I just had a fucking friend, guy that I worked with. I don't know if you hear about that guy that died on the 33 motorcycle, but a week and a half ago. His name was Gary Anderson. He was the carpenter super that I used to work with every fucking day at security. I worked with this guy for 10 fucking years, every single day, side by side. He had those R1s. He was a crotch rocket guy. Yeah. But I mean, he was 66 years old. He'd been riding since he was a teenager, right? And he
old dude,
older dude, yeah.
But gray haired, beard.
Kinda. I mean,
okay, I gotta say, okay. There's another guy that and I don't know. I thought his name was Gary. I'm not sure, but he used to hang out at the Deer Lodge, and he's
a sober guy now.
Yeah.
His mom owned.
Well, no. He wasn't drinking or anything.
Okay.
He would just go to the Deer Lodge.
That would make sense.
And he had like a Sportster, and then he had a Buell, and then he had a sport bike.
Yeah.
And when he had his Sportster and stuff,
I think he has an Ultra Glide, and then he had an R1. You know.
Okay, I don't think it's the same guy. But this guy would come to the Deer Lodge and he'd hang out for a little bit.
Yeah.
And he'd go like, okay, I'll be back. And then he would ride from the Deer Lodge, ride up to the top of the 33 and back.
That would make sense.
And he would just smoke everybody. And if you saw the guy, you're like, man, okay. Whatever.
It might have been Gary, yeah. Because he's been riding his whole entire life. I mean, he does the racetracks, he does the whole thing, you know what I mean? But anyway, about a week and a half ago, I got a link to sent to me. He was coming down the 33, and a fucking minivan swerved into his lane, fucking killed him, dude. You know what I mean? Just done. Like, I don't know how fast he was going. I don't know any details about it. But I worked with this guy every single day, and as much as I really fucking hated him sometimes, I really liked him. He's a great dude. Because when you're in my world, work is fucking work, and outside of work is outside of work. They're two separate entities, right? Mm-hmm. So you don't me and Gary would fight all fucking day long, and then as soon as 3:30 hit, we would have a great conversation. And Gary was one of the dudes when I got the job that I have now, he's a Mr. Union motherfucker and a Mr. Company man, right? Yep. He went, you are out of your mind if you don't take this job that just got offered to you. Yeah. He's like, this is your chance to get the fuck out of here, dude. And me and him had some great conversations. We also had some wars, pure fucking wars over shit. Yeah. But it was a bummer, dude. You know what I mean? R.I.P. Gary, man. But he told me, and I'm not saying this is justified or good, he told me numerous times he wants to fucking die on his bike and be same. You know what I mean? And I totally, and I'm not saying it's good that it happened.
So looking in the camera right now, when it happens, or if it happens, and I die on my motorcycle, I love you guys. Have a good party. Good times. Know that that's how I wanted to go out.
Right.
I don't want cancer. I don't want to be old.
Right.
Fat. Get that out of the way before Craig gets me. Yeah. But seriously, man. And I think that most people understand this. If I go out on my bike, thank you. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yeah, it's a trippy world. But it bummed me out. I was like, God damn, dude.
I wholeheartedly mean that. I don't mean
I know you do
at all.
And I know
if that's how I end up. If I end up, it's not going to be comfortable. It's not going to be fun. It's going to be painful. And it's going to suck. And I'm going to realize that, okay, well, here I am. But that last bit of moment, know that I'm just going to go,
fuck.
Cool.
This is it.
This is it.
As you're doing cartwheels.
But I didn't do it in an old folks home.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
Suffer forever.
Fucking going through chemotherapy.
Right.
I didn't go through it. I went through, what has happened is what I expected to happen, and if that's the way I go, and if I think Gary is who I need, it
probably is. I mean, he's kind of a taller dude, scraggly.
I'll figure it out, but yeah,
I'll show you a picture of him. I still, to this day, have him as "Don't Answer" in my phone. That's his name, and in my phone right now, I can look up his number. It says "Do not answer."
Yeah, I got it.
How much of a fucking nightmare he was, and he would appreciate me saying this.
Yeah,
I fucking loved him to death, but motherfucker, dude, he was just such a fucking nightmare.
I enjoyed riding with you, and I'd look forward to at some point where we can actually go on like a
Real
real
ride.
ride where we can relax and go have lunch.
Oh, dude.
And do a real ride and
Like
just
Coldwater
chill.
Canyon or something, or what is it? Cold Springs Tavern, yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
That'd be
that's
cool.
not happening. We'll go to Mavericks. I don't do Cold Springs.
Oh, okay.
We'll
Sure.
drive by it.
Okay, that's
I'll
fine.
drive you right by
Right
it.
by it. I've only been there once.
We can wave as we go by.
Why,
if
you don't like that
want.
place?
No, fuck that yuppie piece of shit. Dude, Cold Springs Tavern used to be the shit.
I
dude.
heard, yeah. I
It
mean, I've
was
only been there once.
Fucking awesome,
Yeah.
bro. So Cold Springs Tavern, for everybody, you guys all know what it is. Cold Springs Tavern's in Santa Barbara up off the 154, and it's a historical landmark, and it's a great little spot. You go up towards the top of the hill, you make a left, you get this little side road that takes you down, and then there's Cold Springs Tavern. There's usually some band or musicians
Right.
playing, and they got killer tri-tip sandwiches and good food. They have a restaurant. You can go in there and get all kinds of
Deer
exotic
meat,
food
all
and
kinds of
stuff,
shit,
and
yeah.
it's really, really, really a cool spot. I've been going there for 30 some years. When I used to go there in the beginning, it was a biker spot. And when I mean biker spot, I mean motorcyclist of all, you
Yeah.
know, not just biker
Harley,
bikers,
yeah.
but it was sport bike guys, dual sport guys. Everybody would go there, and it was a blast, man. So I went there, and if you go there, you guys will see, here's where the restaurant and the bar and the restaurant and where they do the tri-tip sandwiches is right here. Then there's a little creek that comes down through here, and then there's this big, like, I don't know if they still park bikes. I really haven't gone there in probably 15 years.
Okay.
But there's this big area where everybody would park their bikes, right? And then you'd have all the Harley guys down here, and then the dual sporters would go up and do
Right.
this shit. And I came in there hot, hot, brother. I came in there hot. And I'm on my bike, the bike that's sitting outside right now. And I come in there and we're all partying and having a good time. We're going in there to get tri-tip sandwiches. Tom, big guy that makes tri-tip sandwiches, they're fucking ridiculously good. And so all these dual sports are parked at the top, and I fucking go, dude. I'm fucking hitting it. Yeah, I got my lady on the back of the bike at the time, dude, and I'm going. I'm good. And then all of a sudden, I hit a little dip, and as I came out of the dip, I didn't throttle enough or whatever happened, but the bike died on me.
Oh no.
So the bike fell.
Oh.
I grabbed my lady, and I made she was standing. I made sure she was good.
Yeah.
The bike fell. And then I turned around and walked down the hill. Like, that's what I was gonna do. You know what I mean?
Just leave it
like,
there.
I just like no. that was my plan. That
Right.
was how I was trying to pull it off.
Walk it off.
Yeah. And then all these fucking guys run up and they pick my bike up, and I'm like, I'm upset. Like,
Yeah.
just let my bike sit there. Let me play this off like I
Right.
meant to do
Like
it.
I meant
you know
to
what I
do
mean?
that.
Yeah.
Like you just jump off the back and let
Dude,
it go.
Yeah,
dude.
that's exactly what I was shooting for, man.
Yeah.
And it didn't go that way
Didn't
at
go that
all.
way.
And
So that's
yeah.
why you don't like it?
no,
That's
I don't
why-
like it because it turned into a yuppie spot. man.
Yeah, I can
when you
see that.
pull up in there now, when the time that I'm talking about, when you'd pull up there, that spot. What I was talking about was nothing but fucking bikes, man.
Right.
And the whole front of it would be nothing but bikes. And it'd be bikers and it'd be everybody, and everybody's having a good time. We're drinking beers in the parking
Right.
lot. Everybody knows each other. Music's playing. It's a good time, man.
Yeah.
Now when you roll up there, there's Volvo, BMW,
Yeah.
Teslas.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure there's 3 Tesla trucks.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's a whole different environment. And you know, I go up there and I pull off and I get out and I walk up there and it's a bunch of people like giving you that look like, you know, like who
The
you know,
riffraff
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Yeah.
At a certain point, there was a store down the street called Paradise Store that we go to. And so we got to the point where we would just ride past that, and you go to Paradise Store.
Okay.
You go inside, you buy a 12-pack, and you go out and sit down outside, and there'd be somebody playing music around the corner.
Nice.
And then you would order like a cheeseburger at the counter, and that's where we all ended
Yeah.
up going at a certain point. Now, if you guys don't know, we go to Maverick Saloon in Santa Ynez, and it's a wonderful spot. Great bartenders,
Let's
good
do it.
beers, and good
I
food.
can't wait.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
fucking
in.
go.
I'm in. Let's go.
All right. Well, having said that, thanks for joining us tonight. Please check out the Patreon.
Yes.
Get Heavy Pod on Patreon. These episodes go up a day early. Check out our merch store, Get Heavy Pod Shop. We got merch. If you guys want to support this podcast in a free way, like and subscribe on YouTube or all the things you listen to podcasts on. It's a really easy, free way to support the podcast, and it does fucking help us. So
Yeah, just like and subscribe.
that's it.
If you could do that,
That's it.
that makes a big
And also buy
difference,
some
man.
merch, and then buy the fucking other things. But,
Yeah, whatever it takes. Whatever it
but
takes.
at
man.
least do that.
Yeah.
Having said that, I love you. Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Peace. Love you. Bye.